Hey guys, it's Chris. Before this video starts, I want you to know that things are changing on this channel, so if you really want to support me, do me a favor and go watch my Q&A. It'll give you a good idea of what this channel will be looking like in the future. Also, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments. I'll be answering Q&As almost every week here, so please let me know down below and enjoy today's video.
Kool-Aid,
For the very best drink you ever made.
Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid,
Be sure that the envelope says
Kool-Aid.
How did Kool-Aid go from having marketing like this to being known as the drink that all black people have to have? Welcome to Stereotypes Exposed, aka Black People Stuff, where we expose stereotypes and we tell you the truth behind the things we've been taught to believe. Today's video is all about Kool-Aid. Oh no! Oh no, Mr. Kool-Aid Man. I'm gonna tell him the truth. This is why black people love Kool-Aid, aka the history of Kool-Aid. Let's get started. In 1927, Kool-Aid was invented by Edward Perkins, but before that it was known as Fruit Smack. That's an interesting name, isn't it? A liquid drink found in 4-ounce bottles. Edwin figured out they could eliminate shipping issues like broken glass by putting it in powder form and sending it out in envelopes, much like Jell-O, from which Perkins drew inspiration. In 1933, Perkins cut the price of the packet of Kool-Aid in half, from a dime to a nickel. This allowed Kool-Aid to become the preferred drink during the Great Depression because it was highly affordable. Kool-Aid then began a marketing campaign that billed it as the budget beverage. Meaning, once again, this was a drink that everyone could afford. So how did it become a stereotype that black people love Kool-Aid? One of the first minor instances of this stereotype was featured in the 1995 hood comedy Friday, starring Ice Cube, who not only starred but also wrote the movie while in his 20s.
You want some Kool-Aid?
Man, you know I want some Kool-Aid.
Which leads me to believe that the Kool-Aid stereotype dates back to his childhood, which was in the mid-70s. This was also around the same time that the Kool-Aid Man made his first appearance, proving popular with children of all races. And here's where I believe things took a turn. In 1978, there was a mass suicide by a cult in which the cult leader convinced almost 1,000 of his followers to drink poison flavor Kool-Aid. And by poison flavor, I don't mean they made a poison flavor like poisonberry or boysenberry, if you will, but there was literal poison added to the concoction. But let's be real here, that wasn't Kool-Aid. That was indeed Flavor-Aid mixed in with the poison, but many people just gave Kool-Aid the credit because they were the market leader at the time. This also helped coin the phrase, drinking the Kool-Aid, to reflect blind obedience. That event was known as the Jonestown Massacre. It was sad, it was horrific, but it also hurt Kool-Aid financially. Kool-Aid did bounce back, much like Big Sean. Bounce back. I can't sing it because I don't want to get flagged. But they came back. And this leads me to believe, ultimately, that despite their marketing towards white people, and really everyone for that matter, Kool-Aid to me seems to be a brand that everyone should enjoy and everyone can get their hands on. It is highly accessible. But at the same time, because of that, it will be like a subject to socioeconomic racism. It will be subject to classism. It will be put down on the bottom rungs. Let's say if you lived back in those times, you couldn't afford a Pepsi, but you could get yourself some Kool-Aid. Much like other things in hood culture, black people have taken the idea that we are poor or that we don't have anything and made it into kind of a good thing and bragging on it and making it into part of the hood culture, if you will. At times, black people grow up in the poorest parts of the city. So what do they wind up doing? They wind up getting the cheapest snacks. They go to the store. What do? You get your Annihilators, you get the Chico sticks, you get anything you can get that is a quarter or lower at the time. I don't know anymore what candy costs. I'm pretty sure it's pretty expensive now. But back then it was a quarter, it was 10 cents. What, fudge rounds? Delicious. All that stuff was super cheap and accessible to people that were the poorest. So of course that becomes part of their culture, because when you live in those means, you don't just sit there and cry going, man, I gotta eat this Chico stick. No, you start to crave it. Like, no man, I want a Chico stick. We'll get that. That's mine now. Now it's part of my culture, part of the hood culture, part of my people. That's reality now. But the idea that only black people love it is completely ridiculous, and I think we all already knew that. But now we know why. There is no evidence for this stereotype coming into any kind of historical context other than the fact that we chose to own it. And I'm okay with that. That does not bother me. But how do you feel? How do you feel about the conclusion ultimately that black people made this stereotype themselves? Is that possible? Or is it an evidential piece of socioeconomic racism, aka racism in which we are put on the bottom rung and being like placed in a class of society where we are told that we love the cheapest things. We're forced into that place where we have to love it. Is that also what happened? Let's talk about it down below. I don't really know how I feel about this, guys. I'm kind of on the fence and I really want to have a discussion. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it and let me know your thoughts on Kool-Aid, hood snacks, and all of it in between. Here's an example of how I make Kool-Aid. Let's do it. We got the Kool-Aid here. Drop it right there. Go ahead and cut it up. Yeah. When I say cut it up, I mean just, put the powder in there and then add the sugar. A little bit of sugar, not too much. I want to be healthy. All right, then I add the water. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna go ahead and cut up some lemon because lemon is delicious and you need to add that to give it some more vitamin C. You want to get that vitamin C all up in it, baby. Drop it in. It's dropped in. You taste it. Tastes like butt. Okay, needs more sugar. Add the sugar. Boom. Taste it again. Tastes like butt. Add more sugar. Almost there. Add more sugar. Add the sugar. Boom. There we go. Now we got it. Now we living in the real world where the sugar rocks it. Okay, I try to be healthy. You can't do it with Kool-Aid. It needs sugar or it's gross. That's just a fact. You gotta add the sugar. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. This has been Chris, and I love you. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want to support me, please support the changing of this channel as I become someone that is there for you to help and make you feel happy with Q&As and nerd motivation all of your days. Can't do daily videos, but that's okay. Thanks everybody for watching. Click this right here. Hey. That just happened to work out really well. If you make fun of my shirt, I swear to God,